Hi guys, I'm Sherry Bruce, sometimes known as Professor JellyBean, but I'll get to that later. I'm a Canadian and a New Zealander living in Australia. I've been living here for 35 years. I have my Aussie husband and 4 Aussie adult children and 5 grandchildren, so I'm here for good. So I mentioned that sometimes I'm called Professor JellyBean. That's because that's the name of my business. We do science workshops, interactive science workshops at primary school. While working as Professor JellyBean, traveling around to lots of different schools around southeast Queensland, we began to notice that a lot of the schools, even though education for sustainability was implemented as a cross-curriculum priority within Australian schools, many of the teachers in the schools that we visited weren't even aware of this. So it kind of became a challenge for us to raise that level of awareness about EFS here in Australia. So it took us on a bit of a journey and a challenge that can we create a whole school approach for sustainability. So we took this challenge on at a local school, Wamuran State School, and this is where 2 of my grandchildren go. And over 3 years we developed and implemented this whole school approach for sustainability. When I signed up for the Earth Charter course, I thought the course would give me some good tips on how to create a whole school approach. The course ended up being completely different to what I thought it was, but actually better, because it really shifted my whole worldview, how I actually go about doing things now. And I don't know what the specifics of the course were that shifted my worldview. Perhaps it was being able to communicate with all the other students from around the world, or understanding our psychological behaviors to sustainable development, or it was just the whole package of the online course with its brilliant teachers. So after the Earth Charter course, it really hit me how we really needed to show that connection, our connection with the environment and people, with what we were doing. Our business is undergoing a big change at the moment as we introduce some new workshops, science workshops for primary schools in 2020. We're also introducing a stage show, something I said I would never ever do, but the time is now. We have a great show in mind, and it's called Rethink. And it's about rethinking how we use resources, but it's more about rethinking our way of being, our way of living on this planet. So I'd like to think that our science workshops that we'll now be offering in 2020 and our new show will be about learning with the head, heart, and hands. We're excited about another great resource our business is currently working on, and it's called the Professor JellyBean Guidebook to Becoming an Earth Champion. And within this booklet, it will complement the workshops that we had provided at the schools, further empowering the children to take action at home. Also, what we're really excited about is including the Earth Charter principles written in a way for younger children to understand. So we want children to be Earth champions, but we want them to be Earth Charter champions. There's no denying our beautiful world is changing, and our education system must evolve to prepare our children for the life on this changing planet. The good news is we already have a way forward to bring the education system into the 21st century. First, let's acknowledge and value the contributions of the scientific community, and let's make science our guiding light. And then let's infuse the Sustainable Development Goals and the values and principles of the Earth Charter into our education system, the curriculum, and into our daily lives. This we owe our children and future generations. So I'm going to end my video here with my favorite line from the Earth Charter, because this is the mission of my business. And that is to inspire a reverence for the mystery of being, gratitude for the gift of life, and humility regarding the human place in nature.